The Kentucky Democratic Party is accusing a Republican candidate of scrubbing President Donald Trump from his campaign materials. Ralph Alvarado, the Republican running for Central Kentucky's seat in Congress, is facing some criticism after an NBC report found the changes on his website.
But Alvarado's campaign telling LEX News they've proudly touted their endorsement from the president. Our political reporter Carolina Buchek has that story.
Over the past few years, President Donald Trump has played a role in many Kentucky elections through his campaigning and his endorsements. But now, one Kentucky Republican candidate is being accused of distancing himself from the president. In this article, NBC News reports that a, quote, Trump-backed House candidate removes mentions of the president from his website. The report is about Dr. Ralph Alvarado, the Republican running for Central Kentucky's open seat in Congress. The Kentucky Democratic Party chairman responded to that report, saying in part, quote, Alvarado is now desperately trying to cover up his support for the president's policies that are making everyday life impossible for Kentucky families. LEX News reached out to Alvarado's campaign for comment, and the campaign manager told us in part, quote, the socialists are going to have to do a lot better than this nonsense to win this district. We've proudly touted the endorsement, and our website still features a photo of Ralph with President Trump. When LEX News checked Alvarado's current website on Wednesday morning, a photo of Alvarado with Trump is located in a gallery under the media section. To compare, we looked at the current website and an archived version of it. In the archived version, the photo was on the main page where it said, quote, Ralph was one of President Trump's earliest supporters, and now he's stepping up to fight alongside him in Washington to fire up the economy, secure our border, and stop the woke agenda. In the current version, the site says, quote, Ralph is stepping up to bring independent leadership to Washington, lower the cost of living, strengthen Kentucky's economy, and deliver practical solutions that put Kentucky families first. The current site in general tends to focus on Alvarado touting, quote, independent leadership for Kentucky. And in past interviews with LEX News, Alvarado did emphasize bipartisanship. The day after he won the primary, Alvarado spoke about successfully working between party lines when the Kentucky House and the Kentucky Senate were controlled by different political parties.
Democrats looked at my bills, they liked them, they wanted to add their own flavor to it. I looked at their amendments, I was okay with it, sold that to my leadership, added it to my bill, and I became the mule, if you will, that got a lot of bills through both chambers during that time.
But Democrats are calling Alvarado's website change a bait and switch. His opponent, Democrat Zach Dembo, said in part, quote, Ralph is back at it again, claiming to be Trump's guy when it helped him, and then deleting any mention of the president because the latest poll told him he should. Alvarado's campaign reiterates that they've proudly touted the president's endorsement. In Lexington, Carolina Buchek, LEX News.